Okay, so let's explain a little bit more about the Ultimate Fallout. I forgot to mention in my first video, since it's about this book. Um, my experiences with it. So in 2011, I made a video, and I was recommending people to get this book. I brought 2 boxes, and people left me negative comments and everything. So, oh, you will never get your money. That's a waste or whatever. Modern age books don't make anything, and all that BS. I've been collecting comic books since I was 14, and what I learned is first appearances, you can never go wrong. All right. So as you know, I got about 2 boxes full. Um, I stopped collecting comic books in 2011. That was that first last books I brought in 2011 because I started studying about nature and stuff like that. So I took 5 years off. Then 10 years passed. You know what I mean? Then I went and checked and said, oh, these books are worth a lot now. So I sold a lot, like a bundle in auction. You know what I mean? And with that bundle, I submitted my first 30 books to CGC. They all came back 9.0, 9.2. They were all in the bags, poly bags. And I said, why the hell they all coming, they're in the bag? You know what I mean? They're supposed to be no creases, no nothing. And I was like, man. So then that's my first 30. Then I submitted another 30. And I got him signed by Mark Barely. Again, 9.0, 9.2. I was like, well, in the house, I sold them more like $500, $600. That was like about a year ago. Then my friend told me in the comic store, I press my books. I said, what do you mean pressing? I never knew nothing about pressing and everything. So I got myself a presser, a legit one. I'll make a video showing you guys that. But every single book of these Miles Morales in the polybacks, every page, the cover to the back cover has a little line in every single page. So you have to put in a humidifier chamber. You have to put it in there. I do it differently. I put it in for an hour. Then every single page, when you press these, you have to put a cookie sheet. Every single page, and a board in the front and the back with the cookie sheet. All right. So the page don't get stuck with each other. I learned that from a guy on YouTube. He was pressing his books. He said any books from the year 2020, 20 something, you have to put one, because if not, they're gonna stick. If you press them without putting the cookie sheets, they will get stuck together, all the pages. So you know what's happening. So you want to put in the middle of the spine of the book, you want to put 2 boards in that one, then a cookie sheet in every single page, then the front of the cover cookie sheet, then the 2 boards. I'll make a video explaining it to you guys. I made one on my TikTok page explaining it when I did these. Then I submitted it in, and out of the next 30s for the Brian Michael Bendis signatures, I got, I think, 21 copies, 9.8s, and the rest 9.6. So out of the 9.6, I have left 3, and then I got 18 left of these. Then I had the blue ones. The blue ones I sold a while back when they got hot because of the cartoon. They were going for 3,500, but it dropped in value now. It's getting cold, but this book is just gonna get hotter and hotter. After the second cartoon and a live action movie, there's the one to pick up, like I've been telling you. Another book to pick up right now. I brought 2 boxes. Actually, I brought 3 boxes this time full. Venom 201, first appearance of Meridius. It's all astrological. Okay, they're giving you the knowledge of that one. The star knowledge. What happens, like I told you guys. I took 5 years to learn. So the book Venom is telling you everything. The 7 Venoms, the 7 constellations were suns. Meridius is telling you after 10,000 years, life becomes meaningless. The 2,000 years of darkness. Null in the abyss. These comic books that they're coming out with has all the astrological knowledge, just like any religious text from any cultures. Those are astrological knowledge. But let's get back to this. Sorry for getting off the subject. Ultimate Fallout, if you have it, if you brought one poly bag, don't send them in. If you're sending them to CGC, make sure they press them for you before they get them graded. If not, you're going to get a 9.0, 9.2. All right? So I recommend you guys pressing your book, get somebody to press it for you before you submit them in. All right. So that's all I have for you. So I hope you guys enjoy. As you can see, out of the 2 boxes I had of these, I only have left 60 copies already pressed. From I got the regular second print, I got about 40 copies. And I have actually have the Ultimate Fallout, about 100 copies. The Halloween one, I got them all for $1. All these books, I got them for $1 back in the day. So I made my money big time. All thanks from CGC. So, and I never had a problem with CGC. Only once with my Miracle Man's one, where I saw that they were grading them. They were an oversized magazine, but that's when CGC started. I guess they didn't have good communication in there. They sent my books back without being graded. They did charge me for them grading it, but they didn't encapsulate them, and that made me really angry. But oh well, I sent it to the other corporation, CBCS. I guess I sent it to them. I haven't had time, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. I love CGC, and I will never stop submitting to them. They're good people. And, you know, I met a lot. Well, I met the old ones when I went back on I didn't went to the Comic-Con for like 10 years. And everything has changed on CGC. Back in the day, you just went in, you got a guy who walked with you, you got all your book signs, and they will fill everything out. Now it's a whole different process in CGC. You have to do everything online, on paperwork, and if you don't get, you just cross it out, stuff like that. Everything has changed in CGC. So, you know, but it's more professional now compared to back in the day. So, and the labels have changed dramatically. So I recommend it to everybody. Just learn, watch the other videos of other people. Watch my first channel that I had when my younger me. Hopefully I put one of those videos here, you know, of my younger self when I was younger, about 10-15 years ago. But here we go. I just want you guys to know that when you get this book and you have one in a poly bag, just don't think that that you're gonna get a high grade. No, each one of these books, okay, each one has a line crease from the front to the back, and every single page you have to press them. All right, that's my experience with it. All right, and I submitted about 60 copies before I realized. I mean, 30, like 60 copies until common sense came into my head, and I said, you need to start pressing your books. These were the first books I ever pressed. I never pressed my X-Men, my Iron Man. I never pressed any of those old books that I got signed. I should have, and I would have had a higher grade. My Spawns, the first appearance of Spawn with Malibu 13, I should have pressed all those. I never did. I was stubborn. But here we go. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and get your books pressed, okay? Even if you don't think they need to, get them, all right? And it's better if you do them, okay? And learn how you to do it, because I've seen videos where people do send to CGC and the books will be fine, and then because they press them wrong, it will have a little crease there. You know, no one is perfect. A person doing that job all day long, they ain't gonna care. You're gonna care more about your book than sending it to somebody else. I seen the videos. Before I did all this, I did a big research on it. So I was like, I brought my own. I did everything myself. So I'll show you guys next time how should press one of these books. I'll probably make that video tomorrow. Until next time, bye bye.